Hello everyone, it is me, Black Sonata here, and welcome to another video here in the channel. Today, I just decided to do one of those chatting videos where I just talk about stuff off of the top of my head. I do have a few topics to talk about. I do have a lot of stuff here that I want to discuss. And yeah, man, this is just, another one of those chill videos where I just, I open OBS and then I talk to the camera. Actually, this was a video that I did meant to do for a long time now. Ever since I recorded the last video where I talked about, the recent changes with the development team for Cubic Castles, the one video that I made, I think it's basically a month ago by now. Actually, this video was meant to release like a couple weeks after that, maybe like 2 weeks. But then I tried recording the video like 3 or 4 times, and all of those times like the recording was so messy, and then I got lazy and then I postponed it. Anyways, it was painful. I'm re-recording this. This is like the 5th time already, and I'm hoping I get this right. Dude, I genuinely forgot how to do videos. It's insane. But yeah, man, I hope I can get all of the stuff that I want to talk about off the top of my head. I have a list with the topics that I want to talk about here, and I'll just go through them as I go, man. It's gonna be fun, hopefully. So in case if you haven't seen the other video that I did on this topic, I would highly recommend you watch that first. I'm probably gonna link it down in the description. It should be the first link. But basically, in case if you don't know, the development team for Cubic Castles has changed ever since last month. So basically, Sir Cube and Fair Maps will be stepping down from being the main developers of Cubic Castles. And now, Betamax, who used to be one of the old developers for Cubic Castles back in 2015, will take leadership of the team now with Reptisoft, who is their development team. And ever since that got announced, literally like a month ago, there has been some insane changes for Cubic Castles. I'm sure you all have seen by now, either by the system messages, or maybe you saw it in the Cubic Castles Discord, or maybe in some of the videos. There has been some videos where people talked about it. But man, there has been some insane changes. And I remember talking about in the video where I did announce the post that they did, that I was a little bit skeptical as to how much progress they would be doing, because they did announce that all of this would be happening in Easter. So basically, like, all of the major updates, I guess we could say, they would be happening at around like March or April. So I was a little bit hesitant in the fact that, it would take a while for us to actually receive stuff. But man, generally, it hasn't even been a day ever since the post got announced, and we have already gotten some insane fixes. I have, let me see if I can show this. Yeah, there we go. So I have a little list. I compiled a little list. So now it is, the list is a little bit old. I mean, I did do this it's been like 2 weeks. But yeah, this basically compiles all of the changes that they have done so far. And man, there is some insane stuff here. I mean, for starters, right away, the fact that we got a tractor fix. Okay, why can't I select? For starters, the fact that we already got a tractor fix is insane. For those who don't know, tractors have been bugged in the game for like years now. In case you tried picking up crops, after a couple crops that you got, the game would disconnect you. And now it works. I think I can showcase because I have some corn crops here. So now if you go here, you pick up your tractor, then you go over them, I can actually pick up crops, and it works. I mean, dude, literally, in case if I tried before the update, in case if I gone here and picked up even 10 crops, it wouldn't work. I would get disconnected, and then I would have to relog, and then I would either have to keep on doing this, or I would have to pick them by hand, which sucked. But now the fact that this works, I mean, of course it is meant to work. I mean, it is a feature in the game that exists. But the fact that we got a fix for that, especially after so many years, is insane. And it's all thanks to the new developers of the game. It's pretty crazy, the fact that it hasn't even been a day, and we're already getting some pretty insane fixes and stuff added into the game. And yeah, it's overall, it's insane. The fact that we're getting all of this right away is awesome. And that's just one of the many things that we have gotten so far. So let me show the list again. So yeah, as you can see, we have gotten a bunch of stuff. We have an improved VPN detection, so people would get... This was a pretty big thing in the game, where in case if you tried logging into the game where you were in a different connection, the game would assume that you had a VPN, and then it would give you a false positive, and then it would lock you out of your account. So then you had to, contact support, and then you would get your account unflagged. It was a big thing. It sucked, and the fact that we have unimproved VPN detection now is pretty cool. Ever since I've seen of this update getting announced, I haven't really seen anyone getting any new false positives. So I haven't seen any more people getting false positives from this VPN detection, which is pretty cool. It seems that it works pretty well, and that's pretty nice. Other than that, we got some other minor stuff. We got a command fix for /unignore, which didn't used to show up the names of people you've ignored. We got some fixed perks, some broken links fixed for items that were broken to the game. We actually got some illegal items removed, so I'm pretty sure Bedrock got removed from the game, which was a long time coming. I'm sure we were all expecting that to happen. We have exchangeable door stamps, which is also pretty cool. Now we don't have to keep buying new door stamps whenever we want to add more door stamps. We can just change them. Qubit spawns in rentals is actually a pretty big fix as well, because there has been so many stories of people trying to pick up qubits from rentals, and then the qubits would get spilled from outside of the rentals, and then you would lose a lot of qubits. It was a hassle. Pretty cool that we got a fix for that as well. We also got rental owners, so in case if you go to a rental, I need to pick up these crops later. In case if you go to like Panzerd Rentals, and then when you go to a plot, you can see who rented the plot, which is, it's a pretty cool fix. The fact that we're getting all of these is like awesome, even though they're not like major updates. They're just, cool stuff. And I'm pretty sure they have announced this. I think it was on Twitter. They did announce that all of these fixes are happening because that's basically the way that their team is using to learn the Cubic Castles code base, which is pretty cool. The fact that they're actually getting to learn how the code for the game works, and the way that they're doing it is by actually improving the game and adding all of these fixes, is pretty nice. It's a pretty clever way for them to do this. Other than that, we got a farming icon for realm search. So in case if you have a realm with any farming icons, you get like a little icon thing in the corner of the realm name. It's a pretty cool fix. I didn't get the chance to see how this works because I don't have any farm blocks in any other realms of mine. So I can't make sure how this looks. I'm pretty sure I can like put an image on the screen. I'll see if I can do that. We also have a full inventory pop-up feature. So now instead of the chat getting spammed whenever you have your inventory full, now it just pops up as a message instead of it spamming in your terminal, in your chat, which is pretty cool. And we got a realm search update. So now realm searches are, I guess, better. There has been some discussion about if it is better or not. I think they have gone back and forth on this update a lot, so I'm not sure how well the realm search is now. But yeah, man, it's just, there has been a lot of stuff that's been, changed in the game and then added. And honestly, man, I am so hyped to see this. Again, the fact that we're getting these many updates, even though they're like pretty small stuff from the developers, just shows that they're pretty committed. And the fact that we're getting so much stuff right away just proves that they're pretty capable of, running the game as is. Now, again, we haven't gotten any major stuff. I would like to see what they can do going forward as far as, big updates go. But man, I'm excited. This is a pretty good way of them introducing these new developers. And yeah, man, just overall, I'm pretty excited to see what they do moving forward. Hopefully, we got some more quality of life stuff added. I mean, I have seen a lot of suggestions as to what people want in the game. I could honestly do a video all about that. I kind of want to do that. Just a video talking about some quality of life updates that could be considered for Cubic Castles and all. I think it's a pretty cool idea. But yeah, overall, man, it's a pretty cool. It's a pretty cool idea for a video, I guess. I kind of want to do a video just, commenting about some things that could be added into the game. And yeah, man, it's awesome to see the game is actually, improving a lot now. And we're getting so many new players as well. So, it's all pretty hype. Why did my game die? Now, another thing that I did want to talk about was in regards to my YouTube channel itself. So, I'm here in my channel, castles.cc, and as you can see, I have, the one video that I did talking about the changes for the development team, and some may have noticed by now. I'm not sure if you have seen it, but there has been one video that I did called Cosmic Cow Does Not Care About Cubic Castles. It's one of the, I think it is the most watched video in my channel. But as you can see, the video is not here. Why is that? Well, I decided to unlist the video. Now, I'm gonna be honest, seeing the recent changes with, the development team and everything, I did feel kinda bad leaving this video as public, because, I mean, think about it, right? In case if you're a new player or someone who doesn't really know about the game, and you see this one video that I made, and it's one of the most watched videos, it's one of the most popular videos, and it's talking about how this game and the company that runs this game does not care about it, it does leave a pretty bad taste in your mouth, which pretty sucks considering that now the game is actually, improving and stuff. So I decided I would unlist the video just out of respect because, I mean, the game currently is in a pretty good spot. I mean, they're actually improving upon the game. The game is actually in a state where I feel pretty comfortable playing the game. And, it just didn't really feel right to me to keep this video as public for all to watch. But the video is still available. If you want to watch it, you can go into playlists here in my channel. And then under random videos, you can go here in this playlist, and then the video is right there. I did also mention that it is outdated, so the video did release almost 2 years ago. And then in the comments, I did let people know this video is now outdated, as since then Cubic Castles has been under new development team with active and dedicated developers. This video is not representative of the new management for Cubic Castles, but rather the management prior to January 28th, 2026, which was when we got the announcement that Raptisoft would be taking over the game. So yeah, I just felt like this was necessary for me to explain. Again, it wouldn't really feel right to me if I just kept a video in the game where I was trashing the game and the old developers, when the game is, actually improving now and they're actually doing a pretty good job at it. I'm pretty happy with the work that Cosmic Cow and Raptisoft has been doing for Cubic Castles now. Was I a little harsh on the one video where I criticized them? Yeah. Was it fair? Absolutely. Look, I'm sorry. It was pretty fair. But, given all of the changes for Cubic Castles and how the game is actually, improving right now, it does beg the question of if I'm gonna come back with the channel. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't really know. I'm still considering whether I want to, come back to content creation or not. It is something that I'm still kind of hesitant about, I guess. But overall, man, if it came down to it, I would love to record more content for the game, even though I did one video where I talked about how I wouldn't do that again. I don't know, man, I've gotten to a point where I don't really care about whether I'm playing the game or not. And it does kind of go back to, the whole point about me quitting over and over again. So in case if you don't know, I have quit this game many times. I mean, ever since, let's see. So let's see the history of Black Sonata here in Cubic Castles. So yeah, I mean, ever since 3 years ago, is it? Let me see. Oh, ever since 2022. Damn, that's almost 4 years. Dude, I'm old. What the hell? So yeah, ever since December of 2022, it's literally like New Year. So basically 3 years ago. Ever since 3 years ago, I have been on a on and off journey on Cubic Castles, and I have quit this game many times. And then I would always quit the game saying how I either didn't like the game or how I was feeling, I would usually be in a pretty bad spot. And then I would return to the game just a couple months later. And I've been on this on and off journey for basically 4 years now. And I feel like I've now gotten to a point where I kind of just don't care that I'm quitting or not. I mean, okay, if you guys want the full verdict here, I did not quit the game, okay? Did I say that I quit the game? Yes. Did I lie? Absolutely. Would I lie again? Probably, yeah. Dude, look, I'm playing Cubic Castles because I want to have fun. And this also ties down to what my plans are for Cubic Castles moving forward. The topic of quitting has been one that's pretty contestable to me, I feel like, which, is to expect because, I do have a pretty big following in the game. I have a lot of people in the game that knows who I am, I'm pretty known in the community, and I did have a huge part on it, hosting events and all of that. And that's pretty cool to see. And all of that did get me thinking about, how I interact with the game. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm a pretty dumb person. And honestly, I feel like I shouldn't have said that I quit the game all of the times that I did. Truth be told, things change, right? And I feel like it was pretty dumb of me to keep saying, oh, I'm gonna quit the game, I'm never gonna play the game again. And then I just come back and then people would get confused, and then I would have to explain myself all over and over again. And then sometimes I would say some dumb stuff that I didn't want to say. It did happen a couple of times. And honestly, man, that's a pretty big mistake on my part, right? I shouldn't have said that I would quit the game because, truth be told, the game is really fun, right? Keeping Castles is a really good game. And the fact that I get to play the game and host events and all of that stuff, that's all pretty cool. And, overall, I feel like I really shouldn't have said I would quit the game because I feel like it sparked a lot of unnecessary stress for me due to the fact that I would have to keep explaining myself and all of that. And truth be told, overall, I'm playing the game because I want to have fun, right? And that's why I decided to return to the game again. Given that the game is really improving now, that we have a new development team for QB Castles, and that things are actually looking good, I did feel like it was a good time for me to return. And I'm pretty happy with that decision, right? If people get angry about that, who cares? I'm just playing the game, dog. Let's just have fun. And yeah, man, I guess that's it. I returned to Cubic Castles. Who would have thought? That's insane. Now, what are my plans for Cubic Castles? Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know. I think the main point for me is I do want to come back to event hosting. That's the bottom line. But I mean, let's be honest. I'm the event guy, right? I'm the guy that hosts the events. I am the Sonatas addict, right? That's the whole joke. I have the thing, and this is where my home is, right? This is where, whenever I think of Cubic Castles, I think of events because they're fun to host. It's fun to see, it's fun to do a hollow orb and see like 50 billion people showing up, and then I get to see them killing each other in a little cube. In a little box. That's pretty cool, and that's what I want to do in this game. That's the one thing that I can do really well. And in case if you have seen what I've done in the game over the past couple of weeks, you can see that that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. I have this project called Sonata's Community Parkour. It is a kind of a sequel to another project that I did called the Sonata's Attic Community Racetrack. And basically the idea for this is that it's gonna be a parkour that is built by a lot of people. So you can see we have like a little kitchen park. This was made by Triantania. And basically the idea is that we compile a bunch of builders and each builder gets to build a part in this parkour. And then at the end we get to see who built the best part. I'm doing like a little contest for it. Whoever does the best build gets a lot of money. And yeah, man, it's a project that I've been hosting for, I think it's been 2 weeks now. We are already getting some pretty good progress, and it's cool to see that this little project is coming up. It's cool to be hosting stuff like this again. I'm pretty excited to see how this evolves going forward. And yeah, man, I feel like again, this is the thing that I'm really excited to do. I love hosting events, and it's cool that I get to do stuff like this. And that's more of the stuff that I want to do moving forward. I want to be able to host cool events. Hopefully by March, I kind of want to return, like do a full return to the game on March, because that's when my birthday is, and I want to host a little event for my birthday. I think that would be pretty sick. And yeah, man, I guess that's what you guys can expect from me. I will most likely be doing like a full return on March, so stay tuned to that. As far as the channel itself goes, I'm not really sure. I mean, I don't really consider myself coming back to doing Cubic Castles content. The truth is that doing Cubic Castles content is pretty limiting. There's not a lot of stuff that you can do in this game. I feel like for the most part, if you really want to succeed, I mean, like, the best way and the one type of content for Cubic Castles that I saw that really managed to stand out has been Let's Play. I mean, we have seen that pretty well with Siege Home, I guess. He was a player that, you know, actually it's one of the, like, basically I feel like it's the only YouTuber that actually started the game, like playing the game as a newbie. So I feel like Let's Plays are the best way for Cubic Castles content to really sprout and, you know, develop. But again, that's mostly for new players who happen to record the game, right? That's not the type of content that I can really do, considering that I am a long time player. So, you know, I guess recording content for Cubic Castles is pretty difficult, at least for me. It's something that I really don't see myself either doing consistently or really efficiently. And I don't know, man, I just don't think it's... there's not a lot of ideas for me for what I want to do for Cubic Castles. Now, I kind of want to re-record my beginner guide series. So in case if you don't remember, I was doing a beginner guide for people who were starting to play Cubic Castles. And now that the game is improving, I kind of want to come back to that idea, and I actually want to finish that series. Now that I have a computer, I might actually do a better job than I was doing when I was, you know, playing the game and recording and doing content on my phone. But I don't know, man, that's... if I ever decide to come back to Cubic Castles, that's... or to Cubic Castles content creation, that's probably where I would start. And I would probably like also mostly cover news for the game, like I have been doing for the past couple of months now, or for the past month basically. But yeah, man, overall, I don't really have any ideas as to what I want to do with the channel. But as far as Cubic Castles itself goes, I want to come back to event hosting, because hosting events is cool and I get to see you guys. Maybe I might stream as well, you know. I think it could be fun if I do some event hosting streams, get to talk with people. I feel like that would be pretty nice. But yeah, mostly that's pretty much it, man. I feel like I have gotten everything that I wanted to talk about off of my chest. In case if I want to talk about anything else, I would probably record a new video. So, you know, stay tuned to that and subscribe to the channel. Dude, I'm gonna be honest, I've really lost the essence of how to record a YouTube video, dude. This video is gonna be so messy. I hope you guys made it to get the point. The point that I wanted to talk about. And let me know down in the comments. I want to see what you guys think about all of this, you know, with the recent changes for Cubic Castles and with me possibly returning to the game. I feel like there's a lot of stuff to be excited about. There's a lot of stuff to be hopeful about. And this might be like a hot shot. I'm hoping maybe it would be cool if the new development team is watching this video perhaps. I really feel like they should come back with the Cubic Castles YouTube channel. I mean, that goes a little more into the ideas that I have that I feel like would be cool for the new development team to consider. But man, I really hope that they come back and they actually focus a little bit more on social media for like promoting the game and whatnot. And I really hope that they come with their YouTube channel so that they can like promote about new updates that they have been planning. Again, I'm gonna do a whole video about this eventually, so, you know, stay tuned to that. But yeah, man, I hope that they come with their YouTube channel. It would be pretty cool to see the Cubic Castles YouTube channel active again, now that we have a new development team. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I really forgot how to do YouTube videos, dog. I need to get better at this. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought about. If you have anything that you want to discuss, you know, leave it down in the comments and then I'll read it and then we can talk about it. And I appreciate you guys for watching this video. Thank you all for watching, and as always, have a wonderful day.